Since the independence referendum in 2014, the SNP have contested 5 national elections and the Brexit referendum. In the 2015 Westminster election, the people of Scotland voted in 56 out of a possible 59 SNP MPs. In 2016, a total of 63 SNP MSPs were elected, more than double the number of their nearest rivals, the Tories, who replaced Labour as the main party of opposition in Scotland. In June the same year, the UK voted to leave the European Union, while Scotland voted 62% to remain. This should have been the material change that would trigger a second independence referendum, or at the very least seen Scotland remain in the single market. Instead, Nicola Sturgeon tried to reverse the decision of England and Wales to leave the EU. For that reason, the SNP lost 21 MPs at the 2017 general election. As the chaos from Brexit continued, another general election was held in 2019, where the SNP saw a partial recovery, picking up 13 of the seats they had lost in 2017, giving them a total at the start of the new parliament of 48 MPs.
In 2021, the SNP were again the dominant party, winning 64 seats overall, 62 via the first-past-the-post constituency and 2 seats via the list. Over 1 million list votes were cast for the SNP as the party pushed a vote SNP 1 and 2 strategy. This resulted in 46 seats going to unionist parties.
In the 10 years since the first independence referendum, the SNP have done nothing to move independence any closer. In fact, Nicola Sturgeon took the decision to seek legal clarification on whether the Scottish Parliament could legislate for another referendum without the permission of the United Kingdom government. To no one's surprise, the United Kingdom Supreme Court ruled that Holyrood did not have that power.
So in a little under a month, the people of Scotland go back to the polls in a UK general election. Since the last general election, Nicola Sturgeon has resigned as First Minister amidst an ongoing financial scandal, replaced by the hapless Humza Yousaf, who managed a little over a year in the job, only to be replaced by serial failure John Swinney.
The SNP are a divided party. For the past few years, they have lived in a political bubble, pushing unpopular and unworkable policies, such as the Hate Crime Bill and Gender Recognition Reform Act. This has seen them alienate large groups of previous supporters, in particular women and advocates of free speech.
The last set of published SNP accounts show a deficit of over £800,000. The imminent loss of a majority of MPs and the short money that goes with that raises serious questions about the financial viability of the party to continue through to the next Holyrood election.
The SNP have flourished by exploiting the desire for an increasing number of people in Scotland to see the country independent, all just to keep them in power. The polls are clear. Support for independence continues to rise, while support for the increasingly dysfunctional SNP continues to drop.
In the context of independence, the 2024 general election is of little significance. Scottish MPs, regardless of what party they belong to, have no influence or impact at Westminster. The real fight is in 2026, at the next Holyrood election. That's where the fate of the SNP will be decided, along with the next stage on the inevitable road to independence. The greatest impact voters can have today is to show the SNP that their time is up, show them that we see they have become essentially the Labour Party they replaced in 2015, happy to go to Westminster and settle down, not settle up.
When political change happens, it can be rapid. So in this election, send a real message, not to Westminster, but to the SNP. Vote for other pro-independence parties where you can. Spoil your ballot paper where there isn't a pro-independence candidate standing. And get ready for the real fight in 2026.
To help me produce more of these types of videos, please subscribe to the YouTube channel at LukewarmDave1983 and hit the like button as soon as the videos play. This helps the YouTube algorithm promote the content to the widest possible audience. Thank you.